said yesterday that all the Epstein files are missing. Can you confirm the status of them? They still haven't heard from you.
No, the FBI, yeah, the FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
Martin seems to be facing a very tough...
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, it just keeps getting spicier and hotter every single day. I told you, when Trump's your president, in these next 4 years, you're about to be ready. You're about to be ready. It's a lot of things gonna come out. I told you. A lot of people gonna have their jaws dropped on the floor. A lot of people got to get exposed. A lot of people got to be walked out, fired, sued, hands behind your back. And it might be some things you don't want to happen, but hey, it's gonna happen. I told you. Be ready. If you're new to the channel, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for your boy. It's going down. Pam Bondi, what's going on? FBI, what's cash? What's going on? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Oh boy.
And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
He says the FBI has, quote, tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. There are hundreds of victims. Now she said that almost 2 months ago. Again, then I talked to our FBI sources, and they said, yeah, it's all been sent out to the offices. People volunteer. It's a volunteer deal, and I understand why, to go in. But I mean, Kyle's talking to the FBI agents that were going in. And I texted him like a week ago and said, please come on. He said, yes, but we need to get that done because that guy's a fountain of accurate information. And so that's a huge issue that's out there. And now they're investigating it because it was hidden before by the New York office and the Democrats. That's why they had the raid 2 months ago when they wouldn't hand it over. But why is the AG not having a full press conference on this? Why is it an aside? Because this is big for national security, the victims, so much more. So, and again, every time I mention this to guests or people, they go, really? Pam Bondi said there's all these videos and all these victims? Yeah, she said all this before, except she went further to say video of it. She said there's evidence of the abuse of kids with the men. That's obviously video. Then I talked to the FBI sources. They go, no, it's video. It's video. It's horrible. And now she's gone further, and I'm just like, why is this not a top story? I mean, this is a big deal. Here it is.
James Comer said yesterday that all the Epstein files are missing. Can you confirm the status of them? They still haven't heard from you.
No, and that's what they're...
Comey and his daughter and all of them were over the case hiding it and lying to her and saying they didn't have it and saying this is everything, and then she puts it out, looks like a fool, and she immediately comes out and says I was set up by these people. She has it grabbed. Kash Patel grabs it. It goes to the field offices where it's supposed to. That's the opposite of a cover-up. And then she just says it's the volume. And that's what Kyle Seraphin and others confirmed to me, is they go, yeah, it's over 14 terabytes, and it's horrible. So they need to get this out as quick as possible. They need to start indicting fast because the globalists are leaving the country. They're committing suicide. They're getting Arkancided, and they're trying to cover up their trail right now. But I understand it's a big job. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of dog shows hanging out your old...
Oh boy. Wow.
Shows an image.
Wow. Them walk. And then we have exclusive. Prince Andrews was effing underage girls. Tape of royal family advisor exposing Prince Andrews' sexual relations with minors and deep ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh boy. This has broke the internet too.
Prince Andrew, he was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. He never saw his family. I was really pissed because he lied to me. Epstein. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage girls. That's not cool.
John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family for a long time. He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best friends with Princess Diana, and had a long-term intimate relationship with the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to Bryan, he practically raised Sarah Ferguson's children, the princesses Beatrice and Eugene. And Bryan said that he maintained a friendship with Ferguson's husband, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew.
Tell me like your story.
So my story, you want to know my story?
What?
Like I've been so famous at times when I was on the front page of every newspaper in the planet, my best friend. And I met the Duchess of York.
Okay.
That's Prince Andrew's wife. They were separated. And then Sarah and I sort of fell in love.
Hello.
And we lived together for like 7 years, 6 or 7 years, in my house in England. And I raised their 2 little children for 7 years.
Wait, her
Beatrice and Eugenie. Those were my children. Those were
Together in New York's Central Park. Epstein had already been convicted in 2008 of procuring a 14-year-old girl for prostitution.
Oh boy.
In 2014, a woman named Virginia Giuffre alleged in a Florida court filing that Jeffrey Epstein paid her to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17, a minor. On April 20th.
We covered that. We covered that. The supposed to be side.
5th, a few weeks ago, Giuffre died by, quote, 2019 BBC interview.
She said she had sex with you 3 times, once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No to all of it?
All of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
The interview was a public relations disaster for the royal family and prompted the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of his royal duties. In the aftermath of that interview, the prince sought advice from a longtime royal family confidant, John Bryan.
Wait, so you were not friends with Prince Andrew?
oh, very good. Oh, no, we were very civilized. We'd go have dinner at his house.
Well, we are deep diving right now.
At my house to see his kids. So then we go on a holiday in the south of France. And I get a big property, like 10 acres, right near Saint-Tropez, right? You know, nobody has 10 acres. I'm on the biggest property, beautiful house. And I rent it so that we have privacy, right? Because the paparazzi are everywhere. There's hundreds of paparazzi, not 10, not 20, hundreds. I know.
And this is already when Prince Andrew.
Yes.
Bryan was brought to the Royal Lodge, where Prince Andrew lives, to offer crisis management advice. According to The Telegraph, the meeting was conducted discreetly. At the royal residence, Bryan observed that Prince Andrew was visibly distressed and struggling to focus, reportedly unable to concentrate for more than 40 minutes at a time due to the strain he was under. As reported in the Daily Mail, John Bryan constructed a 5-page document emphasizing that Prince Andrew should publicly show empathy for Epstein's victims. Back in November 2022, Bryan publicly stated that he believed Prince Andrew was innocent of the claims made against him related to the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scheme. Now, in our exclusive hidden camera undercover footage, John Bryan reveals for the first time that Prince Andrew did in fact have sex with underage girls.
Boy.
Was he already cheating? Like, involved with like
other girls. I was so pissed about that. I was really pissed. I was really pissed because he lied to me about it.
Lied about
Epstein. Yeah. No, I knew he saw him. And He lied to me that he was such a close friend. I was so mad. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage girls.
That's not cool.
Our newsroom has some concerns about where this investigation is headed and who may be implicated. But our only motivation in doing these stories is the public's right to know. And if this report and our subsequent reports shine a light into darkness and expose evil, then we are willing to take the risks. At the end of the day, child victims of Jeffrey Epstein need to be protected, and the people involved need to be held accountable by law enforcement immediately.
Immediately.
Without accountability,
effective immediately,
our notion of freedom is just an illusion. We're going to be breaking our next stories exclusively at O'Keefe Media.
Boy.
Still shot of
man, it is going
video of
down. Oh.
Jeffrey Epstein has just been released. We've been combing through this. Nate Boy has been helping us do so. He's live from our New York City newsroom. What are we learning here, Nate?
Hey, Sandra. So 29 documents were just released in the past hour, over 400 pages. We're going through it as quickly as we can. And once again, names in the Clinton family have come up. So, of course, these names coming out as
Clintons.
Part of a 2015 defamation lawsuit between Virginia Giuffre, one of the accusers, who claims that she was sex trafficked. .harvard.edu was one of the phrases to be searched through her phone, as well as Alan Dershowitz, the attorney. But the difference today, Hillary Clinton's name coming through, as we have seen former President Bill Clinton's name pop up each of the past 2 days. Another thing to note, Sandra, in one of the documents that was just released, there is essentially a message book that came out. It's handwritten notes for Jeffrey Epstein about who had called him. One of those notes reads, quote, "She had on the phone Mr. Harvey Weinstein." To this point, they explain through depositions a lot of the recruiting process for a lot of these young girls, some of them recruited by Virginia Giuffre. Right now, with these 29 documents being released, that makes 88 documents that have come out to this point. Giuffre's lawyers tell us that we can expect 240, and that process for those documents to be unsealed could stretch into Monday. But we'll keep going through.
Oh, boy. It is getting spicy.
You could expect to see the Epstein files come out.
Oh, let's see what Laura talking about.
Benny Johnson was asking James Comer about the Epstein files and whether or not we could expect to see the Epstein files come out. And, you know, usually you hear all these canned responses from politicians that just go ahead and defend Pam Blondy, right? And they say, oh, you know, Pam Blondy's doing such a great job. You know, it's like, you know, all this fucking circle jerk bullshit. You know, oh, yeah, she's so amazing. Oh, my God, she's so great. Blah, 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 right? Yeah, she's not so great. Trust me, guys. She's not really doing such a great job. We were promised that these files were going to be released on day one. Day one promise. Well, what is it now? Over 100 days into the Trump administration, have we seen any Epstein files? No, we haven't received any Epstein files.
Then we got a photo op. Them patients were pissed off. Got a photo op. They come out there holding up their little binder and paperwork. You know, a slap in the face, a spit in the face to President Trump, man. A disgrace, man.
She goes on Fox News. I mean, honestly, every single day, Pam Blondy is on Fox News. She's on Fox News more than she does her job. And other people are starting to realize it.
Uh-oh.
We have a video clip, and we'll play this after the fact, right?
Y'all think of this, man. I know how y'all, hey, and a lot of y'all love Miss Loomer. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Don't come attack me now. You know, y'all know I'm the one who advocate for people to be exposed, held accountable, walked out, fired, sued, thrown in jail, in prison, handcuffs, on there nice and tight. I'm just like y'all. I've been waiting for everything to come out too.
Or maybe we should play this video clip before we play the Comer clip so that you can see all the different statements that have been made by Pam Blondy. I made this video clip compilation probably like 2 months or so ago. She said that the files were on her desk, right? And that we're not even full of Epstein documents, these binders around, pretending like they were given Epstein files by Pam Blondy.
Yeah, the photo op.
Well, turns out there's really nothing in the binder. Then she goes on Fox News and says, "Oh, the files are on my desk right now." Then she tells Mark Levin that the files are being delivered to my office in a truck. So they were on her desk, but then they weren't on her desk, and then they were delivered to her office in a truck. And then the big bad boogeymen over at the deep state were trying to sabotage her, and they lied to her about the real Epstein documents. And then they were going to be released at a later date. But now, right, we don't know, because Pam Bondi also came out this last week and said that there's no set deadline for when they're going to release the Epstein files, even though we were told she already released the Epstein files. Remember when she gave out these binders, right? Bindergate. How could we forget Bindergate? So look, I think we need to just have a come to Jesus moment here and realize and admit that Pam Bondi is a liar, right? She is a full-fledged liar.
Oh boy.
She has, in my opinion, little to no credibility as a result of her lies about one of the most high-profile criminal cases ever, the Jeffrey Epstein sex scandal, human trafficking scandal, sex crime, pedophilia scandal, something that has captivated the attention of people not just here in the United States, but all around the world. And she has royally dropped the ball and screwed the pooch on this.
Oh, they just get spicier and spicier. I know a lot of you guys are commenting down below that Epstein files were, the evidence was destroyed and a lot with the FBI. It's just been so much, man.
Start with them and bring. Comer just said it. If there's evidence destroyed, if the Epstein files evidence has been destroyed, I can tell you exactly where to begin. And you begin with whoever touched the evidence last, okay? It might be an agent. It might be a senior agent. It might be Director Wray himself. But whoever touched that evidence last, start with them and bring them in handcuffs and start questioning them. And they will tell you, well, this guy told me to do that. This guy told me to do that. Okay, bring them in. Bring them in. I mean, the commander-in-chief, the
Oh, boy. And we got this right now going on. So, remember the Alex Jones post? And how do y'all feel about Alex Jones? Let me know in the comment section. This says, nah, man, I'm not being quiet on this one. I had to sit and watch Alex Jones and the rest of the clickbait parade peddle complete perspective nonsense all day, complaining O'Keefe had proof Bondi was covering up Epstein. Now, the real Alex Jones has deleted his post where he alleges that he made some phone calls and talked to some people, and that he has sources telling him AG Pam Bondi is covering up the Epstein files. And O'Keefe's big bombshell today was going to expose it, which of course did not happen. This right here is unacceptable. Now, thousands upon thousands of gullible people are believing completely fabricated nonsense because Alex Jones can't help but run his mouth. And now Alex has quietly deleted his post and will pay no consequences for all the lies he has spread. Oh boy. And who is this? Is this one of those leftists? Or is this one of those right wingers? Is this a left winger or right winger? We'll got to find out. But it says Bondi and Cash just announced they saved 115 children and locked up 200 pedophiles. Instead of paying attention to that, the shits on the internet have been smearing Bondi all day based on absolute nothing. I'm not biting my tongue anymore. This is some BS and I'm not standing for it. All right. All right, Jacob. That's from Jacob. And Jacob. Again, it's all over the place, man. I know a lot of you guys want answers. You just can't make this up, man. You just can't. We know Benny did a video on this. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This is absolutely crazy. So this is
what's up, guys? It's Benny. Journalists to release more on Epstein. If they're going to kill us, they're going to have to kill us all. Coming soon. James has followed that up today with his first massive expose detailing.
And we showed that earlier.
For the who saw it all.
I showed you guys this earlier in the show.
In a group
about where.
Yeah. There it was, man. Oh boy. Because I don't know who needs to hear this, but it appears that James O'Keefe is back in charge of Project the greatest timeline. The world is healing. But this was a huge bombshell, man. British royal advisor caught on hidden camera exposing a James O'Keefe undercover journalist that Prince Andrew was having with underage girls. That might be the biggest piece out of today's video. Was that right there? But man, you just can't make this up, man. A lot is happening right now. A lot of people are pissed off. A lot of people want more answers. Everybody wants everything to come out. A lot of people are impatient. You know, we got to just let this thing play out, man. I'm with y'all, family. But we are rooting for this administration. We are rooting for a better way of life in America. We're rooting for the America First agenda. We are rooting for America, man. Common sense, right from wrong, accountability, people to be held accountable. That's what we're rooting for. Let me know what y'all think of this. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, you guys.